We're going to do title. For those of you who are watching right now, you're probably on the YouTube. Right now, we're trying to set up the Facebook Live because Facebook is kind of a pain in the ass to set up. Just so you know. And Katie Cat's trying to type. It's quite hilarious.
Why is it hilarious? I can type.
Other.
Oops.
You gonna say stuff?
No.
Other spooky Christmas?
Thanks.
Okay.
Oh
What's a thong thing? Okay. Say show. I never put
I'm
any
gonna go
description
Sunday.
there. Happy Krampus Knock to everyone. Tuesday is Krampus Knock. I'm excited for those on YouTube. You get a little extra show here.
Okay.
I'm good.
I know, I'm trying to get this thing out of the way. Okay. There we go.
There we are. Hello, Facebook.
Alrighty.
All right, now the official intro. Imagine there's music. Imagine there's a background that we haven't set up yet. Welcome to Vanishing Gates. I am Jay, your host in the strange and the explained, and this is my awesome co-host,
Katie Cat.
and we are here to talk to you guys today about a very important thing. It's the second most wonderful time of the year to me.
Yes.
I love me some Halloween, but I also love the Yule season, the Christmas season. What other people call the season of miracles, I call the secondary season of miracles, in between the season of miracles and the beginning of the season.
Halloween
of
is the
miracles.
first.
Well, yeah, so it goes like this, guys. Halloween, Christmas for a month, Halloween again, and then Christmas for a month.
Yeah.
So we're at Christmas for a month.
Basically, we're on the same page.
In old traditions, we have 3 weeks of Christmas. And in America, we actually used to celebrate Christmas much like we do Halloween.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you guys are watching, please say hi in chat. Let us know how things are going.
Let us know how the picture looks, because we have a new
New
camera
setup.
and lighting and stuff that we're
Yeah.
trying.
I'm not sure about the connectivity yet. I'm still trying to
Yeah.
get the internet issues.
I think the picture
Worked
looks
out.
better than it did. So.
I think so too.
And the
I
lighting.
think this camera's
Yeah.
working a lot better in the lighting with it.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, so yeah, what I want to do is kind of like every year around this time we talk about Christmas tradition, Christmas. Have yourself a merry little Christmas. Talk about Christmas traditions and things like that. And now, Katie, being new to the show, I would like to ask you what your favorite Christmas traditions are to start. I know we're a paranormal talk show. We'll get there. We're going to be talking about our boy Krampus, because Tuesday is Krampus Knocked.
Yeah.
And I'm excited. I love Krampus Knocked because my kids actually freaking listen for once, because they know if they don't, they might get eaten alive and beat with birch sticks. So it works out really well. We'll get to that, though. Anyway, what's your favorite Christmas traditions and memories growing up? So the audience gets to know you a little more.
Probably making Christmas cookies every year with my mom. You know, I've always done that. Of course, when I was little, I, was super into the Santa Claus stuff and leaving out cookies, and, I would get a letter every Christmas morning from him, and that was always really fun. Watching The Christmas Story. We always watch The Christmas Story, no matter what.
Eye roll.
At least once. We always watch it at least once while they were doing the marathon thing on the TV.
Oh, because they just play that movie over and over and over on some stations, huh?
They do it on multiple stations now. It used to just be on like TBS, I think, and now it's like on a bunch of different channels. I've seen that movie too many times.
Anyone that's seen
But
it
my
ever has seen it
favorite,
too many times.
my favorite, or one of my favorite Christmas movies is Christmas Vacation.
Ah.
That is a tradition for my family. Christmas Vacation every
Same
year.
here.
Yeah.
Same here. I think you were here last year. I think we watched it when you were here.
Probably. I mean, I watch it every year, so more than once.
So mine's like Christmas Vacation, It's a Wonderful Life, which is my favorite movie ever made by humans ever. And then, of course, the best Christmas movie ever.
Die Hard.
Yes. See, you've been around me enough where you know exactly where I'm going.
Yeah.
The greatest Christmas movie of all time. And I don't care what anyone says, it's a Christmas movie. But I also like to watch Christmas horror movies.
Yeah, me too.
So, and at my house, it's a little different. Cookies and milk are left out, but it's not milk. It's usually Irish cream and cookies.
Oh, okay.
Because Santa likes his alcoholic beverages. And my kids know this, so they're like...
Well, I never knew that about Santa.
I did. It's almost like I have an inside...
I thought Santa was sober.
Santa's probably German. There's no way Santa... He's either
Or Irish.
Russian or German, and maybe
Yeah.
Turkish. No way he's sober.
And he also has to deliver presents to the entire world, so...
Well, he's magic. He doesn't have to worry about a DUI.
That's true. DUI in the sky.
DUI in the sky. Oh my god,
Well,
that'd be a
and
great
his-
shirt.
the
That
thing
would be the
is-
first Vanishing Gates Christmas shirt, is DUI in the sky. And it would be Santa like just sloppy
Right.
on,
That
on
would
the
be
sled. On the sleigh.
But, I mean, technically he's not really... He's steering, but the reindeer are
They're
driving.
magic reindeer.
Yeah.
All he has to do is break into people's houses and leave shit there.
Yeah. So he could be totally fucked up and it wouldn't matter.
So, what are some other traditions that you remember?
I mean, always decorating the whole
Oh.
house, putting lights up, going to look at Christmas lights.
Every year, for sure.
Yeah, that's a tradition for sure.
You're young enough to remember maybe, I don't know, did you ever do the Santa tracker?
No, I didn't have that that wasn't a thing when I was little. Well, I think
Yes,
it
it literally was.
might have been on the news. I think it was on the news.
Well, NORAD used to do it. They still do it.
Yeah.
'Cause-
I just remember seeing them talk about it on the news, like, hey everybody, this is where Santa is tonight.
I do remember
and,
that,
yeah.
But it was all based on NORAD. It was kind of
Yeah.
a fun thing that someone did. And don't ever change that, government, please.
I don't
Jerks.
think they'll ever get rid of
I
that. but-
fucking hope not. Well, I don't know the way things are going. But no, every year we do something similar. We on Christmas Eve. So, Heather and I, we get like cocoa and stuff and popcorn or whatever. We plan a movie ahead of time. We get the kids' pajamas. We lay it all out for each kid as the kids are loading up in the car. One of us will run inside, set it up, and then we'll go look at Christmas lights on Christmas Eve. And then after that, we'll come home, watch the movie. They'll get their pajamas and their hot cocoa and stuff. It's just a cool little like tradition because when I was a kid, we used to open a present on Christmas Eve.
Oh, that's another one I've always done. Yeah.
We don't do that with our kids.
Oh, okay.
The wife does not like that tradition. That is not her cup of tea. So
I don't know. My mom always liked to give me a present the night before. So.
yeah. Well, that's what we do. I mean, it's similar, but they don't have to open it. They just come home and there's suddenly pajamas and hot cocoa and things like that,
That's
or
cool.
a cup or a glass or something like that. We did Mario glasses last year. Those little Mario glasses we have.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's what we did last year. When I was a kid, it was a little different, but I mean, that's our Christmas Eve gift.
Mm-hmm.
And my usual go-to is I'll sit and look at that Bailey's and those cookies, and just seethe and wait for everyone to fall asleep, so Santa can have his Baileys and cookies and his whiskey tobacco. I like the whiskey Cavendish pipe tobacco. I'll bust my pipe out and I'll watch Die Hard and I'll wait. And then the Santa presents will just show up under the tree and the stockings will get stuffed.
Mm-hmm.
And then I will go to bed.
Yeah, it just shows up out of nowhere.
Santa shows up and does the job, yo. That's what it is. Santa's real. I don't care what anybody says. What other traditions do you like? What's your favorite Christmas song? Have you ever done caroling?
No,
I've done that.
never done that.
It's a track. Remember the
I like rocking around the Christmas tree,
Rocking Around the Christmas Tree?
like from Home Alone.
Oh yeah. Home Alone's a great. Also
Rockin'
another one we
around
watched this year.
the Christmas tree, yeah.
Maybe we'll do
That's
a
a good
Christmas movie marathon this month, and you have to come over every week to do that after we do our show.
Yeah, maybe.
I mean, you're already here for family dinner nights anyway, so
Yeah.
might as well stick around. But yeah, I'm actually wearing Home Alone pajamas.
Yep.
Show my booty. Don't get turned on, guys. It's one off. There you go. No, these were a Christmas present actually from my neighbors that moved away last year. And I love these pajamas because I love the movie Home Alone. The scene where he steps on the nail.
It's one of the best.
When Daniel Stern steps on that nail.
And screams.
I scream. Look, I'm a hardy person. I was a mortician. I've seen some stuff. That just like...
That movie was brutal.
It was.
The things that were done to those guys by that kid.
No way. Those guys are superheroes. There's no way they could have survived that shit.
And there's
at
no
all.
way. I don't feel like there's a kid out there that would do all that, but maybe there is. I don't know.
You didn't meet me as a child. I used to make booby traps when I was a kid. I've had a
Kevin was a menace.
Yes.
He was a menace. Yeah.
Yeah. And I told you about my Macaulay Culkin story, right? When I met Macaulay Culkin.
We're not going to go there right now.
Are there any Culkamaniacs in the audience today?
But
anyway, Jack still doesn't know if I'm telling the truth about that or not.
Yeah, I don't either. I don't think you are.
Rude. Anyway. All I know is that guy likes midget strippers and cocaine. Party monster.
We're not getting into it.
So anyhow, well, it's Christmas theme. It's Macaulay Culkin. He's like a Christmas icon.
Anyway, Home Alone is one of my favorites. Christmas Vacation, obviously, is probably my top favorite. The Grinch. I love The Grinch.
Oh, yeah.
What else? I'm trying to think. What other Christmas movies are?
Charlie Brown Christmas?
Yeah.
It's Christmas Charlie Brown. That's one of my favorites ever.
I mean, my favorite Charlie Brown is The Great Pumpkin.
It's Halloween Charlie Brown.
Yeah, but yeah, the Christmas ones are cute. And
how do you not love Charles Schultz? Like, the guy was amazing.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I'm blanking on all the other Christmas movies. I don't know why.
There's so many.
There's so
we're
many.
Gonna watch a fuck ton. You know what Heather does, and she does this as a guilty pleasure because she's really into horror porn in her books. Mm-hmm. Like she reads that vampire porn and stuff, the nasty, fucking perverted, violent shit. Mm-hmm. When she watches Christmas movies, I'll walk into the room. It will be a fucking Hallmark Christmas movie. One of those corny ass, stupid fucking movies. And I'll have to be like, what are you doing? She's like, I like these. Like, I read over your shoulder the other day at the book you were reading, and it was talking about filleting someone alive and sucking their blood out while they had sex. And now you're reading this?
Yeah. My mom loves the Hallmark movies. I don't get it.
Oh, you know what a great Christmas movie is? Best Friends. Or Just Friends.
Just Friends,
with
yeah.
Ryan
That's
Reynolds
another good
and
one.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
that movie is so good. That's a great Christmas movie.
I love that movie.
It's
I've
so
seen that
funny.
movie so many times.
Forgiveness is more than saying sorry. That shit, like, I just die every time that I watch that movie.
My Snow Globe collection.
God, such a good movie. Anyway,
Yeah.
let's move on to the next part.
I love that movie.
The main meat of this, the meat and potatoes of this episode. Tuesday is a very special day. December 5th is Krampusnacht. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what that is, right?
A little bit, yeah.
Why don't you tell
To
the
a
folks
degree.
what Krampusnacht is?
I don't know as much as you do.
Well, now we've done Krampusnacht episodes before because I do one every year around this time.
I know they do festivals and parades and
yes, they do
they
the
dress
marches.
up and they make, from what I was learning about it, they make masks out of wood and they dress up. And
I have a friend named Alan. He's one of the greatest special effects people. Guys, if you ever want to check out how to do like mask making and stuff, check out Alan Hops. He's on YouTube. You can contact him. The guy is a home haunter. He's actually not a home haunter. He's like the special effects guru of one of the biggest haunted houses in Texas, I think it is. But the guy is just amazing. He's a sweet guy. He does live streams and shows tutorials on YouTube of how to make masks and stuff and how to sculpt. And he's up there with Distortions Unlimited, for sure.
oh, okay.
If not, he might be better because he does it in a smaller budget.
Oh, what was that guy's name on Distortions that was like amazing at sculpting? Well, there was Ed, and there's
Ed
that
is the
other
main
guy, the younger guy that was kind of chubby.
Ed is the one that I studied.
It was like Pierre or something.
Like,
he had a funny name.
Yeah, he had I can't remember, but Ed is
Yeah.
the one that I always watched when I was doing sculpting for inspiration. because he would do these monster making classes on YouTube, and I'd watch
Yeah.
them. Now, I never actually watched the show. I just know about because as a guy who's been involved in the
love the
haunt
show.
industry, because I was involved in the haunted house industry for a while and stuff, and I want to do my own home haunt.
I used to watch it on Travel Channel. I love that show.
I thought it was on Sci-Fi.
No,
It's
it
the
was
same
on Travel
company.
Channel.
I guess it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But no, he's awesome too. But Alan Hobbs, if you want to see some stuff, he does a Krampus thing, which is amazing. They do the whole stilts, the whole everything.
Oh, wow.
But if you want to learn, he also hosts a workshop where you can buy in and go, and he'll teach you the whole classes and seminar. And guys, this is not a sponsor of the show. I haven't talked to him about this. I'm just going to say it because he's a great guy. They will provide all the materials. You pay for it, obviously. You go out there where he's at to his studio. He'll show you all the sculpting you need to do, how to make the mask, and everything from point A to point B.
Oh, wow.
And he is thorough and amazing. He's a nice guy.
I want to do that. I want to learn how to make a mask.
Highly suggested if you want to do that. If you can afford it and you want to do that, highly suggested. Otherwise, you're like me and having to piece things together from figuring it out. But yeah, anyway.
I took a ceramics class in college a couple years ago, and that was pretty fun. I learned a lot, actually, about sculpting and different techniques and
A couple
stuff.
of years ago, you mean high school? You're what, you're like 19, right?
Yeah, I graduated high school when I was like 14. I'm super smart.
Everyone thinks you're my kid anyway, whatever.
Oh, God. Anyway,
So, yeah.
But yeah, I took a college, just a basic ceramics class, and it was really fun. We had some fun projects. So, our last project was a bust, making a bust of, a head of a character that we made up, basically.
I was going to make a boob joke, but I wasn't sure it was appropriate.
But I ended up making a mermaid bust, so.
Oh, that's the one you have in your backyard?
Yeah, that was the one I made. I really didn't like how it turned out, but
It
was fun.
Now you can make a Krampus one.
we could.
So,
That'd be fun.
Krampus not.
Mm-hmm.
Let's kind of delve into Krampus and who Krampus is. So, in the European lore, and actually outside of America, Christmas is not the nicest time of year.
Yeah, no.
This time of year is kind of
It's
nasty.
really dark and depressing and
Exactly.
cold and yeah.
And like in North America, back in the day, in the United States, we used to celebrate Christmas similar to trick-or-treating and Halloween.
Yeah.
Because in most of the other parts of the world, it's really inclement weather. And so you think about what's dark and dreary and mean. So Krampus, there's a few different stories about Krampus. One, it depends on what country you're from, because multiple countries believe in Krampus. I mean, aside from just here, because we obviously celebrate Krampus.
Yeah.
By celebrate, I mean we try to avoid him by having my children do chores so they don't get beat with birch sticks and eaten alive.
And dragged down to hell.
It depends on the culture, but yeah, there's different variations. I go with the more Germanic one and not the Scandinavian one. It's a little different.
Yeah, I don't really like the whole dragging down to hell thing. I think that's a little extreme.
Yeah, that was also a BuzzFeed thing. That's not even really accurate. Those guys.
Well, no, they said I watched another video about it. They said the same thing, but.
Oh, I know that he's one of the sons of Gryla, the Christmas troll, which we've talked about before, or something similar. He's like one of the sons, or he's the lover of, or whatever, or he's some kind of offspread of that. And he would actually bring them, and actually Santa in some cultures does the same stuff that Krampus is accused of.
Yeah.
There's a great movie, I can't remember what the hell it's called. It's a horror movie. It's a foreign movie. And they talk about Santa and his little helper, Zwarty Pete, which you're not supposed to say anymore. I think it's Denmark or Poland or something. I can't remember which country it's from. I should probably look that up before I say it. Great movie if I can remember what the hell it's called. I think it's just called Saint Nick. But he would come and actually, Zwarty Pete was just a little black slave troll thing.
Yeah.
And that's why the Zwarty means black in that language.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it's Black Pete. So now, of course, that's being canceled because everybody would be dressed in blackface and They go to these parades, kind of similar.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Saint Nick would do the same kind of shit. If you're a bad kid, he'd put you in a bag and he'd take you away to Spain for slavery.
Oh.
Yeah, so there's a lot of dark stuff around Christmas. It's my favorite time of the year aside from Halloween. It's about the same time
Why'd
of
you
year.
do an accent?
No idea.
You did a country accent.
I don't know.
But
yeah, but with Krampus, it's no one really knows exactly where the lore comes from. Most people think it's from Scandinavian lore, which is quite possible. I'm not certain because I'm not a historian, nor am I an archaeologist and cultural anthropologist or any of that crap.
yeah.
And the apple juice hasn't told me yet.
Yeah, the apple juice.
So, but no, it's like Krampus would come in. If you done messed up, you faffo, you fuck around and find out. Krampus would come in some cultures, he'd leave a bundle of birch sticks for your parents to whoop your ass with.
It's kind of like coal for the bad.
Mm-hmm.
For the naughty,
Yep.
naughty kids.
The
The naughty kids.
The-
Yeah. I was going to say
naughty?
list, but yeah.
naughty list? Yeah, kind of. But in some stories, he would actually just leave birch sticks before so you'd know he was coming.
Oh, okay.
So you behave right around Christmas. Why it's around Christmas? That's the real question.
Yeah, why does he just come around Christmas?
Well, some guys have a hard time finishing. It takes a whole year to finish.
I looked at the camera like
I can't
I'm in the
even-
office.
I can't even say that joke like it's normal.
But why does he show up around Christmas?
So there's my working theory, because I mean working meaning I'm getting through it, trying to progress and learn and figure out why the idea is that Krampus comes around Christmas. Well, part of it I know is because of the winter setting in, and harder times in inclement weather, more terrible things happen. You want to keep your kids inside, you want to keep them safe, you want to warn them away from danger. In fact, most of the stories we tell kids, in fact, if you look at most of the folklore we come up with in life, there's a story behind it. And it's usually to keep our kids from being totally fucking stupid, which we have failed at miserably in this day and age. It feels like I haven't. My kids are doing great. But they also think Krampus is real. So it just it goes to show.
Yeah.
It's action and consequence. You know, it's like to everything you do, there's something that can happen in respect to what you're doing, I think. And Christmas time, it just seems like it's that winter set in. The craziest part is, like, Christmas shouldn't be in the winter. It should be in the summertime.
Why?
Well, because Christmas is supposed to be the celebration of Christ's birthday.
And his birthday is on December 25th.
No, it's not.
Oh.
No, what happened is the Catholic Church said, hey, these pagans are celebrating this holiday. We need to make it something that our converts can feel comfortable with. That's what happened. No, Jesus would have been born somewhere in like the late spring, early summer. Because it says the sheep were roaming in the fields.
If we had Christmas around that time, it would be. I would like it so much more. Like it would be way more. I'd be way more happy about it.
No one knows exactly when Jesus was born. Obviously, we know he was there. We know we know he was a real person. We know what happened. We don't know when he was born. There's no real record to say that. Sorry, my nose. It's that time of year.
Yeah.
Sneezemas is upon us.
Mm-hmm.
So Christmas should be in the summertime or the early spring or the late spring. I mean,
I wish it was.
not me. I like snow. I like the traditions we
don't.
have. I don't even know why we celebrate. I love celebrating it. And as a guy who used to be a preacher, I love God, love Jesus, love Christmas.
Yeah.
But I don't think he cares when his birthday was. I don't think he'll be pissed if you forget his birthday. It's not like you're going to send him a Christmas card. Hey, Jesus, happy birthday. Like, thanks
Yeah.
for dying for our sins so I can put up a tree. No, it was a Catholic
Yeah.
church. So it was basically the pagans were like hanging out, converting to Christianity, and the Catholic Church is like, hey, we should probably like give them a holiday to celebrate because these guys want to party.
Yeah.
You know, we don't want to alienate them. So they're like, we don't want them to feel left out. So instead of having Yule, we'll have Christmas. We'll make it about Jesus' birthday. And that's exactly how that came about.
And was Christmas originally about like partying and having a good time?
Oh yes, that's absolutely why.
Yeah.
Almost every Christian holiday. In fact, almost all holidays are Christian in America. You have some Jewish holidays like Passover, things like that, Hanukkah, whatnot. Those are Jewish holidays, but they're also Christian holidays.
Yeah.
Because if you think you're a Christian, if you believe you're a Christian, then you also believe that you're Jewish. That's just the reality. If you don't, then you haven't read your Bible, and get back to me later, and I don't care. I can definitely argue with this scripturally with you. But
I'm not gonna
there's
go
a
there with you.
no, there's a 100% reason I stand with Israel, and it has nothing to do with a lot. Hey, Carlos, how are you doing, buddy?
Hello.
Hey, Carlos. Hi in chat, buddy.
Yay! Somebody said hi.
Give my cousins kisses for me, will you? Tell him I miss him. Can you guys make it down here for Christmas? I'd love you to be here. But it was a church holiday, is what it was. It was to get the pagans to feel like they could get back to normal. Oh, you just got off work? Nice, buddy. Where are you working at these days? I know you will, bud. You guys are awesome. Have you guys got a wedding date set yet? Maybe? Oh, I hope so. Love you.
Is that your cousin?
This is my cousin's fiance.
Oh, okay.
One of the nicest people I know.
Pizza place.
Nice. I hated it. Well, it could be worse. Ask Billy. You could be working in a mortuary. It's not great either.
You said need a new job.
Well, come down here. I'll help you find one. This is my cousin's fiance. He's one of the nicest guys I ever met.
Oh, okay.
Anyway.
Nice to meet you digitally.
Digitally. Well, you guys come visit. You'll get to meet Katie Cat. So, back to Krampus. But yeah, I was going off this diatribe on the church thing, right? But the church is the reason that Christmas exists. It has nothing to do with Jesus or anything. It just has to do with the church trying to countervene on a pagan holiday that was happening and getting people to feel more involved.
Oh, okay.
So it's not so surprising that Krampus actually predate. Hey, I know, Carlos, but I was a preacher. You know that, right? But
I've never been to church either.
Hi, Taylor. What about Krampus? I know we're getting there, Taylor. Calm down. Thanks for chiming in the chat.
Yeah, thanks guys for.
It's my little sister. Oh. Anyway, so. But yeah, so basically the church gets involved and they throw everything around and they make these holidays up, and the traditions of old get kind of lost under the rug. Like I said, I told my kids about Krampus for a reason.
I love the movie too.
I don't remember watching the movie at all. I know you said we did.
Him and I watched it like last year, but he doesn't remember.
I don't remember it at all. I must have been just tired or drunk, one or the other. But
no, I love he's the guy that did Trick or Treat. Did that movie?
That's a great movie.
I forget his
great
name,
movie.
but that movie it scared me. It was pretty creepy.
So I'm gonna have to watch it again. Dad Nabbit. There's other Krampus movies out there that are.
Oh yeah,
probably
there's
better,
other ones.
more
but
memorable. I'm sure.
I liked it. I thought it was cool.
Some that have less of a star power.
The special
and
effects were cool, and he used a lot of practical effects. But
I like the one goofy guy that's in it. It's a writer. What's his name? I think he plays like the dad or something. I just saw in the previews. I can't remember. Anything about
does
the
he have
movie.
dark hair and kind of dark eyebrows?
I think he was on SNL or something at one point.
Or the bald guy?
No, he has hair. Yeah, I'll figure it out later.
Yeah.
So, love you, Carlos.
Bye.
So, well, yeah, so Krampus, the church gets in there, they get involved, they change things up. There's a lot of thought that, because you watched that one video earlier about who Krampus might have been, it could have been the son of hell, which is a...
Oh, I didn't hear about that.
You maybe watch a BuzzFeed video where it talked about it.
Is that what they said in it?
Yeah, that's one thought, that in Scandinavia, in Norse mythology,
I missed that part, I guess.
he might have been the son of hell.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I missed it.
You made me sit through it after you said you watched it.
No, I watched part of it. I didn't watch the whole thing. But
So,
my attention span is like an ant, okay?
goldfish memory.
Yeah.
Ants have a very attentive span. What are you talking about?
Ants do?
Yes.
Well, what's something that doesn't have a good attention span?
Katie.
He just said I have a worse attention span than an ant. Wow.
No, you said that. Not me. Anyway.
I said like an ant, not worse.
Oh,
Anyway.
Ants prepare for the winter. It's in the Bible. Anyhow. This is why we're friends. So anyway.
I am smart, though. To a degree. I'm smart.
You shouldn't have to say that.
I'm smart when it comes to certain things. Anyway.
You're an excellent artist, and you're quite fun. And you're really good at pool.
Thank you.
And apparently bowling.
Yeah, I'm okay at it.
You're probably better than me. Anyway, so, back to Krampus.
Sorry we keep getting
Back to Krampus.
sidetracked.
We always do this. This is every show for Vanishing Gates does this.
Oh, I know.
This is literally every Vanishing Gates show in the history of Vanishing Gates.
Yeah.
This has been 7 years, and this is what it's always been, no matter who is on or who it is co-hosting with me, or who the guest is. So you look back and you say, okay, well, there's the idea of Scandinavia where Krampus was Hell's son and would drag people down
Hell's
and
the
kill
devil's
them.
son? Oh, Hell's son?
Krampus, Hel, Hel.
Oh.
Hel, she's a goddess in Scandinavian folklore.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, in Nordic folklore, Hel is a goddess, not a place. It's going through old papers and found my address. That's funny. How did you find paperwork on me and Heather? I'm so confused. But I don't even know where we lived then. Which one? Actually, just text me. You don't put it on here. It might be my dad's old place. I don't know, or my uncle's place, my aunt's place.
Anyway.
Taylor's like, Taylor, you're coming by for the birthday party on Friday, right? Or Saturday. Truck parade Saturday, by the way. And Liam's birthday party. Anyway, so, back to it. I know the people that are watching this and aren't involved in live chat, when they watch YouTube, are going to be so confused.
Yeah, we should probably get back to the...
Yeah.
What we were
Krampus.
talking about.
Okay. So, train of thought lost again.
You're talking about Krampus.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. The idea that she was... She. Could be she. I shouldn't assume his Krampusness. But
No,
Hel
saying,
was his mom.
Yeah.
In some cultures. And in some cultures, Hel was the son of Gryla the Christmas Troll. Gryla the Christmas Troll was mean. She would take kids and she would gut them and fill them with straw and rocks.
Ooh. Yikes.
Yeah, not really the
That
nicest
might be worse than Krampus.
Oh, yeah, no, she's way meaner.
Yeah, because he would just eat them and they'd be dead.
Well, usually he'd just whip the shit out of
Whip
them
them
and
and
put
then
them
eat
in a bag.
them. Yeah.
Sometimes he'd eat them. He'd eat them alive, though, like a monster.
Yeah, it was probably a pretty fast death, though.
I doubt it.
I mean, if he's chewing them. I don't know.
So, a chunk of my family, I'm predominantly Irish descent. I'm 100% American, but predominantly Irish descent. And the other parts are Scandinavian, German, and black. And I know, guys, I don't look like it, but it's true. But the Scandinavian part Whoa. You think Irish women are scary? A Scandinavian person telling you about the cultures and upbringings that they heard growing up is nightmarish. There's a reason that Vikings were tough.
I bet.
Part of it is this. Look. I've been very open about my politics. I'm very conservative. Scandinavia women had a ton of power. They had a ton of power, especially in Viking culture. And the men knew that if something happened and they weren't there, the women could defend themselves over it. So it's a tough, hardy breed when everyone knows how to kill everything else around them.
I mean, they were Vikings, so.
Vikingar, yeah, I know.
Yeah.
And my family being partially Scandinavian, like my dad's dad was Norwegian. And so it's a big guy. Also big dudes. And then the Irish side, that doesn't help either. So we always heard these doom-saying things. Well, it kind of makes you want to step correct when you hear there's consequences to your actions. And that's what Krampus is really about. Consequences to the actions, so hey, if you screw up, this and that. But it's not just about screwing up, it's about keeping them safe. Because if you tell them, hey, there's wolves in the woods, one of us idiots like me is going to go, I want to go pet the dog. If you say, hey, there's a monster out there that's going to eat you alive, you're like, I don't want to go in the woods. And so you stay alive. It keeps your culture alive, keeps your bloodline alive. It warns people, hey, don't do something dumb because your consequences to your actions.
Yeah.
And that's what Krampus really is. It's the same as Santa, except Santa's real. I mean, Krampus is too. You're not sure if I believe this or not. You're having I love that you have a hard time struggling with me on whether or not you think I'm telling the truth on this. It's hilarious.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I haven't seen proof of any of this, so I can't really say if it's real or not.
Well, I'm not much of a liar, so.
I know.
I haven't seen Krampus either, because I behave. I'm a good boy.
Yeah, you don't want to see Krampus.
No, because...
If he showed up, that'd be bad.
Yeah, we'd have to fight. I don't like it. I'm a little bigger now than I used to be.
I don't know if you'd be able to fight him. He's a monster.
I could 100% fight Krampus. Mm-hmm. I didn't say I'd win. I just said I could fight him.
He seems like he's might be a type of demon.
Well, he looks demonic.
A form of demon. I don't know.
So, that's another thing, too. A lot of the Flemish art inspired what demons we think look like. The horns and everything. There's nothing biblical about that says that. At all. So, we get most of our demonic imagery from, old art from Europe. Mostly the Flemish. If you see, the depictions of hell and stuff, a lot of that is based on what that culture was thinking at the time, and they were drawing out or painting out.
Yeah.
So the idea that just because he has horns and hooves, he's demonic, well, they took that from their old beliefs, and that's how they defined demons after they became Christians.
Oh, okay.
The change in belief altered and shuttled and scuttled what would... Scuttle's the wrong word. That means sank. But it altered and changed the perception of what we should expect from a demonic presence or something. In fact, in the Bible, it's completely opposite. The times we hear about demonic presences in the Bible, they're fallen angels. They're not weird, creepy-looking things. They're entities that possess things, or they're like the devil comes as an angel of light. And there's multiple times that it refers to the devil that we call the devil. It might not just be the same dude.
Could be different forms or different entities or whatever.
Yeah, but so we get these cultures that have their beliefs, like the Christmas thing that got changed over when they became Christians.
Yeah.
And they do this Renaissance thing. And they start changing and becoming more Christianized. And their beliefs, they have to translate it, or they're translating what they believe now from what they've known before. Does that make sense?
Kind of.
I hope I'm not tripping balls here. I'm pretty sure I was pretty cognizant on that. But what they're doing is they're translating what they felt before into something new. They're trying to say, okay, this is what our beliefs were. What scares me, so here's this. Hence the horns and the weird goat legs and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Because, like, I think that first started with the Greeks and the satyrs. You know, like Pan and stuff like that. He had horns and goat legs and stuff. He was a demigod or whatever. And the Greeks, when they started getting saved, and the Romans, when they started getting saved and becoming Christians or whatever you want to call it, they started to adapt that into their art and work. And hence we get this form of demonic thing.
You notice a lot of, like, evil things or creatures have goat horns or goat feet or goat tails or...
Yes.
I wonder why goats are seen to be, like, evil.
Have you met a goat?
Yeah, they're assholes.
I was going to say they're fucking assholes.
And they're loud.
Goats are dicks.
Yeah, they are assholes. That's true. I guess it kind of makes sense.
Well, because it's awkward. So it's we talked about the uncanny valley before.
Mm-hmm.
Same concept. It looks human, but it's not.
Yeah.
And you know it's not. It looks human-esque, but it's just enough to make you know something's terribly wrong.
And goats are kind of have that look.
And they're smelly as fuck.
And they got those weird pupils.
I still want to go.
They got those weird pupils.
Yeah.
That go sideways.
Yeah, but they're cool.
Yeah, they're cool, and they eat all the grass and stuff.
I want one to eat my blackberries.
Yeah.
I just don't want it to be loud.
Be a good idea, but yeah, they're
She
loud.
won't let me get one. Heather won't let me get one.
They are loud, that's true. But it would eat all your weeds.
And they're hardy as hell. You can just leave them out in the rain.
Yeah, they don't care.
No, they don't give a
They're
fuck.
farm animals. They don't care.
They're mountain animals.
Yeah.
They don't give a crap. They're like, yeah, leave me out in the snow, motherfucker. Give me some snow. You know what that is? Extra water for my hooves and my mouth and my goat asshole attitude. Don't even try to brush me. I like smelling like this. That's what ghosts are like. Goats are like. Goats are douchebags, and I love it. And they headbutt things, which makes it. I can completely relate because I like to headbutt things. But I'm gonna one day you're gonna come over. I'm not telling anybody. There's gonna be a goat in my yard.
Yeah.
One day there's just
probably
gonna be
gonna
a
happen.
fucking goat in my yard. And I'm not gonna say anything to
Everybody's
anybody.
like, what the hell? Why is there a goat here?
I'll just be like, where'd that come from? Like, I don't know.
Don't worry about it.
I know goats can be very affectionate, but they're also very selfish. They are affectionate to one person. Like chow chows. They are a one-person animal usually.
Now I really want a goat.
Now you want a goat?
Affectionate like a puppy? Yeah, I want one.
Oh, now good job, Taylor. Now Katie needs a goat. I wanted a goat. Taylor, that's what you get me for Christmas. Don't tell your sister I'm getting a goat. She'll be really, really mad at me. They'll eat the blackberries though. They eat blackberry bushes without any kind of problem.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we take this idea and this concept of something from our past and our history before we change over to a different religious belief or whatever, and we kind of transpose that into, here's what I was worried about before, here's what I was scared of, so this obviously has to be the ultimate evil.
Yeah.
And Krampus is kind of the same concept. You know what? Don't worry, she's pretty happy. Big grin. Love you. Well, she's also your sister, so, Big grin.
Man, your ADD is going crazy.
It is. That's what I get for taking an edible.
I should have took one too.
I have some in there.
No.
Yeah, so Krampus gets kind of looped into that kind of concept. People go, okay, it's the same kind of construct. Let's try to make it a religious thing instead of just almost like a coming of age or a hey, warning signs kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And then it grows from there. Unlike Santa Claus, which we know was a real person. We know St. Nicholas was an actual person. It was Nicholas. He was a Turkish guy, actually. He was one of the
Wasn't Kris
popes.
Kringle?
He was an early pope.
Oh.
And
Where'd that name come from then?
Germany.
Oh. No, Kris Kringle.
Germany.
Oh, okay.
Or Sinterklaas, and then Kris Kringle, they all came from Germany. But the idea was it was a Turkish pope that used to go around or a bishop, so not a pope, a bishop. And he would go around and he would throw gold into people's chimneys and shit when they were poor and they needed it. He'd watch out for the kids, or he'd put gold in their shoes or something like that.
That's where him giving presents came from?
Mm-hmm. In that direction, yeah. But he became Santa Claus because in Scandinavia and in Germany and Eastern Europe, things like that, or in Europe. Not Eastern Europe, but Europe. And in Russia, he had another name too. And actually, like a bunch of different cultures have different names for him. But the story just spread, and he was just the kind of guy that people talked about because he was a good dude and tried to do a good job.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this is before Turkey changed into what it is now. It's not the same kind of place.
Yeah.
It might have been Hungary. No, it was Turkey.
I wouldn't want to go there.
Oh.
I don't want to go to the Middle East.
I don't suggest any girl goes there. It's technically the Mediterranean, but
I don't want to go to that area of the world.
I don't want to leave America.
I would like to go to Europe. I would like to see, I'd like to go to Ireland and those places, but...
Well, good on you. Have fun with that. I'm cool. My family left Ireland for a reason. We actually have a couple Irish people.
It just looks really
listen.
pretty there.
Oh, it's gorgeous. I've seen pictures.
But, and I'm Irish, so it'd be nice to see where
you're half Irish. I want to hear it.
Doesn't matter. I'm still Irish.
I know, I'm just giving you shit.
Jerk.
That's why we're friends. I'm a jerk in all the right ways. Oh, that didn't sound right at all. That actually made me grossed out, and I didn't even mean it that way.
That was a weird comment.
I'm a jerk in all the right ways. Ew.
Yeah, what does that mean?
I don't know. Like, I'm funny? I meant, maybe? No more edibles for Jason. Anyway. So, Krampus. So, the whole idea is we go back to this thought that we just transmit things and translate things into what makes a culture fit into the newer idiom. And we do the same kind of thing today, anyway.
Yeah.
You don't think so?
Sorry, say that again. I spaced out.
No, you just stop listening because I'm blathering on instead of you talking.
I spaced out.
You talk. You talk.
I don't know. What do you want me to say?
Just talk to the audience about Krampus. I don't know. What are your thoughts on this subject?
My thoughts are the whole Krampus craze is really interesting and really cool. And I wish that we did the festivals here.
Krampus Loft. Oh, I would love to.
Yeah, that would be really fun to dress up, and it's almost like Halloween-y, but not, kind of, you know?
If I can get a big enough audience... I've tried this before, locally.
Yeah.
Taylor, maybe you can help me. I'm trying to find people that want to do a Krampus Loft, which is like a big parade of people dressed like Krampus and doing the tradition of... It's happening all over the place. We'd have to do it for next year because Krampus night is Tuesday.
I don't know if we could get people.
No, there's no way. I couldn't get the permits if I wanted to.
Yeah.
Because you need to let the city know, blah, 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 etc., etc. Yeah. The right to assemble in Eureka doesn't matter. But, if we get everybody together and we can get a group of people, even 20, 30 people, and do a parade about it, everybody's dressed up like Krampus, that'd be freaking hella cool.
I'm actually kind of surprised that they don't do it here.
Hit up emo nights at bars. What emo nights at what bars?
They do emo night here at Arcata. At the Jam and stuff.
Really?
Yeah. That's what I was just gonna say. Actually, I was gonna say I'm surprised they don't do it in Arcata or something.
Well, I want to do it here.
Or Old Town, or at Arts Alive or something.
Well, I want to do it on Krampusnacht.
Yeah.
I want to do a Tuesday where everybody just gets freaking, or the night, or a Saturday before, tonight, yesterday anyway.
Today's Sunday.
A Saturday before Krampusnacht, and just get ham boned and everybody dress up like freaking Krampus, and then go around and hit people with birch sticks and stuff.
Start planning now for next year.
I need to get people on board. Taylor, if you want to help get people on board, I will live stream this, and I think this will be an event, a Vanishing Gates event, Krampusnacht. That'd be dope. Krampus Loft, I think is what it's called, when they do the march. There's some happening right now. My friends are there. I saw some videos they were live streaming earlier. I was like, oh, I want to be there.
Where was it?
Couple in Texas, couple in Michigan, couple in Georgia.
Oh, so they do it in America.
Yeah. Oh, no.
Okay.
Americans do.
They just don't do it here.
No, not in Eureka. No, because nobody knows. Like, there isn't exactly a giant German population in Eureka.
Yeah, I guess so.
It's usually areas where there's large German populations. We don't even do a St. Patrick's Day parade in Eureka.
Yeah, I guess there's not enough Irish people here.
Oh, no, just most of us.
They come out to the bars and get fucked up. That's what they do.
Hella.
Yeah, so.
Hella. It's also high enforcement and stuff and blah, 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 blah.
Oh,
blah,
I won't
blah.
be driving on St. Patrick's Day. If I'm going out.
I'm sure they'll be staying here with us.
If I go out on St. Patrick's Day, I'm not driving. But.
You stayed with us last year, didn't you?
No.
I think you crashed here last year after St. Patty's.
I think I came over and hung out and went out, but I didn't stay here, I don't think. Maybe. I don't know. I don't remember.
I don't know. Are you going to stay here on Friday? Or Saturday, I mean?
I don't know. Yeah.
Because of the trucker parade?
It's next
Birthday
weekend.
parade. Well, I got Taylor, again, truck parade. So, anybody listening on YouTube that isn't privy, I'm talking to my little sister in chat. So I apologize.
Yeah,
if it comes off as
let's
strange.
get back to what we were talking about.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, I guess I don't know what else we could say about Krampus.
He's a creature with horns and hooves, and he wears a Santa cloak. Sometimes.
He has a beard. Sometimes.
This is a goat thing.
Yeah. He has red glowing eyes and...
He doesn't look like a dude. He doesn't look like a human.
No, he looks like a monster.
That's the whole point. He's a
Or a
monster.
creature. A demon.
Which we've established is because that...
And he carries a bag in birch.
And he throws kids
That's
in
my
it.
phone.
Oh, it was your phone?
Yeah. But, yeah, he throws kids in the sack and...
Sounds like Jeffrey Epstein.
Throw kids in... Damn, I can't say that without that sounding wrong.
Oh, you can always answer, Taylor. Don't worry about it. I'm just trying to, like, keep on point here. That's all.
Yeah, sorry. Trying to keep it semi-organized.
The live streams are always going to be fun. We're going to have to do, I think what we're going to do is, like, the live stream and then do another episode that's recorded separate, like a back-to-back.
Yeah.
And then it's the best way to do it because it's so much fun having people in chat talking.
Yeah, it is. Anyway. Yeah. So, yeah, he throws kids into the, his bag. Or whips them first, beats them with the sticks.
The birch sticks.
And then says, hey, you're coming with me. Puts them in the bag.
That was really quiet. Can you say it a little louder in the same kind of voice? Why do I feel like you just want Krampus to visit you?
No.
I can just see you with like a pile of birch sticks next to your bed just waiting like... I'm not doing my chores today, Mom.
I want Krampus to come into my room.
You are that kind of girl.
Hey, I bet there's a fan fiction out there.
Oh, God.
About him.
We should have looked that up.
I mean, we could.
You got your phone?
We could look it up on the computer.
We're streaming.
Oh.
I only have so much effort off my poor Wi-Fi on my phone.
Let's see.
Oh, okay. No worries, Taylor. Well, I will miss you. And Claude's always invited to my house. Please let her know, especially for this. Apparently, Katie wants to look up some erotic fan fiction about Krampus. Because that's the kind of co-host I have now.
Yep.
And I am going to be trying not to think about it ever again for the rest of my life. You're going to have to read it out loud.
I gotta find one first. A Very Weird Christmas.
A very weird... Oh, God.
Oh, my gosh.
No.
This work could have adult content. If you continue, you have agreed that you're willing to...
Taylor, I know. Believe me, I know. Katie reminds me all the time. She keeps wanting me to do stories about it. Please, Taylor, please don't tell me to read that. Please, just don't say it. Please.
Oh, this is not Krampus. That's
For the
something else.
sake of the Lord, please do not tell me. No, for the sake of my sanity. Reading with big... Oh, my God.
Ew.
No, Taylor, no. This is my little sister saying this crap. Taylor, I love you, but please. I don't want to know what you read. Your sister reads perverted enough stuff. You haven't gotten there, got it.
Yeah, I'm trying to find something.
Oh my gosh. Oh, my brain. I'm gonna have to edit so much of this for YouTube.
Let's see.
That was the sound you made.
Are you
when
making
you...
fun of me?
Yeah, a little bit. Breeding with Bigfoot. Oh my God.
I found some.
Oh God. Taylor, you're not 26. I don't believe that. I refuse to believe you're 26. I've known you since you were like 8.
Oh, there's a bunch.
Oh God. All right, well go ahead. Fucking yeah. Why not?
Reader X Krampus.
No, let's just do it. Just fucking full send. It's on now.
Yeah, this one's. Is this one super long? Or...
It doesn't matter. It reads faster than you think. Everything reads faster than you think.
Oh, there's ads.
Oh, thank God.
Wait a minute.
Maybe it's still gel paste or something. Yeah, I am going to blame your sister. I'm going to let your sister know exactly why I'm upset. Oh, God. Ew.
Ah!
What?
The spider.
Oh, my God. I'm leaving that in.
It was like a black... That looked like a black widow.
Might have
Great.
been. You're fine. Probably wasn't. We're still alive, you know that, right?
Okay.
You gotta read this story now.
I'm trying to find the part where it gets...
No, just read the story from the beginning. It has to be the whole story.
It's too long.
No, we can't have a partial story, Katie Cat. A sentient door? Oh, God.
Where did the spider come from?
Yeah, Taylor, I feel like you and your sister have issues. And Katie have issues. Why do women have so many issues? I looked over your sister's shoulder one time she was reading a book, Taylor, and I was blushing. I was like, why are you reading this? She's like, I don't read that part. I'm like, you were on that page for an awfully long time. An awfully long time.
Yeah, this isn't working.
I don't know what to tell you.
Dang it.
I'm going to make you come do the editing after work tomorrow for YouTube.
Okay, read. Why aren't you working?
It doesn't
Sorry
wanna.
guys, my phone's not working right.
You're gonna really read Krampus erotica.
I was trying to find
Oh
something.
God, no, she does not. Taylor, no, she doesn't. Oh
Oh,
God.
that's weird.
Oh, you guys are a bunch of damn perverts. Ugh.
English horror.
I love you guys, but you guys are pervs. Just throwing that out there. This is why Katie fits in so well.
Well, I tried. I couldn't find anything that was loading, so
It was loading.
nothing was loading.
I quit because it was loading.
Yeah.
Well, you can pull it up on here and try to look at it here.
Okay. Yeah. We do that.
Okay. Let me guess.
Here, I'll
Probably
do it.
literotica or something. Yeah, you do it. I'll be right back. You find that.
Where are you going?
Keep talking. I have to use the restroom because
Okay.
I am frightened. And it makes me want to pee.
Well, I will wait until you get back to read it.
It won't be long.
Let's see. Gonna try and find something to read. Now I'm worried there's a spider on me. Ugh. Why is it so hard to find Krampus fanfiction? find anything. Sorry guys, can't find any fan fictions. I don't think anybody wants to hear it anyway, so. Just wait for my co-host to come back. Any minute now.
Find it?
No, I couldn't
You're supposed to
find.
be talking while you're doing the stream.
I couldn't find anything.
Oh my god.
I didn't know what to talk about.
Just keep talking. Literotica.com. I had to look it up.
Illiterate. Okay, you look it up.
Oh god dang it. Here we are. So, yeah, I'm so confused.
I think she left the chat.
No, she's still here.
I tried that and I couldn't find anything that wouldn't like work.
It didn't look like work.
That wouldn't work. That would work, I mean. There you
I
go.
believe I'm helping here. Why am I helping this? Why am I downward spiraling
What
with
the
you,
hell is
Roman?
that?
The naughty list. No! Why?
Holly is punished
Holly
before Christmas
Jolly
by some
Krampus?
festive monsters.
Holly Jolly Krampus. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Okay, you're reading this, not me.
Krampus comes.
Okay, yeah, you read this, not me.
Krampus kidnaps wife and breeds with.
Oh my god.
I gotta read that one.
Oh, Jesus. Okay, you better get back on the show for a second and tell people what the hell you're reading.
So, if anybody is not knowing what's going
We
on,
have to edit so much out for YouTube. Oh
I'm
my
gonna
God.
read a erotic Krampus fanfiction.
I told Heather about it. She started laughing her fucking ass off. She almost died laughing that you're gonna do this.
Okay. God, this is long.
Guys, just to clarify, I know that the Brohio podcast does shit like this. To be fair, I started this show before they did. And they're awesome and I love them. And they're sexy beasts. And I want them on the show one day. Oh my god. This is going to be great. This is going to be real good.
Okay, I guess I'm gonna read it.
Literally your idea.
No.
Literally, this was your idea, co-host Katie Cat. Good drink.
This is a fictional story, and all parties are above 18 plus.
You don't want to see that disclaimer on anything ever. For fuck's sake. No!
This story involves cheating slash hot wife with a monster. Another story for Christmas time. Enjoy.
What the fuck? Okay, I have to take a second there and a pause. Who the fuck has to write that when they write a story?
Make
If you're
sure it's not a
writing
minor, I guess.
erotic stories, why do you have to give that disclaimer?
I'm gonna read a little bit of it, and if it sounds too
no,
like
no. You're gonna read the whole thing now. You started
Okay.
this. I saw that train wreck to start. I want the rest of this through.
Well,
We're gonna see this through together.
Okay, you gonna
me
let
and
me
you.
read?
Yeah.
Okay. The story of Krampus has been told for generations. The story goes like this. Every Christmas, a beast known as Krampus stalks villages for naughty children to eat. It was a story told to keep children in line and to behave well for the year. However, that wasn't the full story. Krampus also searched for a mate during this night. All year, he was kept locked away in the bowels of hell. Krampus got one night to fill his belly, bring food back to hell to feast upon until the next year, and empty his balls.
You gotta talk louder, especially the last part. Read that last line again, but talk louder.
Bring food back to hell to feast upon until the next year, and empty his balls.
Alright, continue. Sorry.
The town of Comet prepared for Christmas, and the kids ran around throwing snowballs at one another. Stop! While their parents hung up stockings and wrapped presents. Stop, you're making me laugh.
I'm trying not to.
Laura and Max drove through the town, returning from the store with groceries for their Christmas dinner they had planned. Laura's small hand intertwined with her husband, Max's hand. She smiled at two kids who were arguing about snow forts and whose was better, as they say at a stoplight, waiting to continue home. I can't wait to have kids someday, Laura softly spoke to Max. Max just smiled and gave her a wink. Maybe someday soon, my love.
Giggity.
Let's see if there's any comments.
I've tried to have Heather on the show many times.
The light turned green, and the two continued on to their house, hidden away from the town and tucked between tall trees that had snow-covered tops. They lived peacefully, away from the hustle and bustle of the nearby town, and they liked it that way. The two married young and lived life together. Inseparable since Laura was turning 26 soon, and Max had a special surprise party planned. Her birthday rarely got celebrated since it was so close to Christmas, so every year Max tried to make it the biggest event for her. On Max's 27th birthday, Laura had made him his favorite dish and took him gun shopping.
Nice!
It was random, which made Max extremely happy.
A man wrote this story, 100%.
Max pulled the car into their driveway and began grabbing bags from the trunk. Ah, Christmas. I remember when I was young, my mom would tell me stories about old Krampus and how I'd better behave or he'd come and gobble me all up.
Gobble me all up? Wow, this is some like, anyway, sorry.
I wonder if they still talk about him in the town. Max talked to Laura as she opened the door to their cottage. Krampus? I remember hearing stories about him too. I remember one of my friends disappeared when we were children, and the family searched for years to find her. The police couldn't explain her sudden vanishing. Vanishing.
Ah, like the gates. What? Except our stuff's better than this.
Yeah, this is all for fun.
Nuh-uh. No, this is masturbatory aids, let's be honest.
Laura replied, maybe to some people. Laura replied as she stroked her black cat's chin. She was rewarded with heavy purring as she continued.
What?
That was really weirdly worded.
That was such a random, like, out of there for no goddamn reason.
Wasn't that worded weird?
Oh, yeah, it was hella worded weird. That was odd.
There was also a woman that disappeared that same night. The next day, she came stumbling back into town, naked as the day she was born. The only thing she kept mumbling was, Krampus. Max set the bags down on the table and wiped his hands together in self-achievement. Yeah, I remember hearing about that too. They said she had been raped, but when they tested her with the rape kit, they couldn't identify whose semen it was, and they kept getting matches to
Equine
semen. Is that like horse?
Horse cum.
Oh my god.
What is this, fucking Guadalajara?
Wait, do you want to answer your comments? What happened to the guys? Dude, about the most random shit. Yeah, it is. Just wants to know what happened to your other co-hosts.
Josh will be back on, or Jack, quote unquote. You know, my brother. He'll be back on end of the month as a co-host again to join the three of us. Well, there'll be three of us, and then Paco moved. He had to move. He's like in North Dakota or something. So that's what happened there, Amanda, in chat.
And then you asked me to join you.
Yeah, and then Katie Katz, my best buddy, so she's joining us.
Mm-hmm. Okay,
which is working out really well because you're reading Krampus fan fiction. Oh, God.
Okay, where was I? Laura popped open cat treats and gave some to her black cat before looking at Max. Do you think Krampus had abducted her and Max finished her sentence and raped her? Nah.
No, that don't happen. Krampus don't do that. He don't do like that. Who wrote this fucking bullshit?
Nah, Krampus is just a fictional story told to scare little kids. Then some adults got together and added the part where he also takes a mate to fuck the rest of the night before returning to hell.
That's never been a story ever in the entire... Alright, I'll just... You know what? This is someone's artistic view, and we're going to respect it.
Laura blushed and looked at her fingers, twirling them around one another. I don't know. That would be scary.
Nuh-uh. That would be scary.
Max returned with the rest of the bags and set them on the table before... This is fun. Before pointing at the rifle hanging over their fireplace. Do you see that? No one is going to come take you from me. Not with old reliable sitting above the fireplace.
Oh my God.
The rifle was an old Springfield from Laura's family, passed down to the oldest child.
100% a dude wrote this.
Yeah. They know too much about guns.
No, there's no way a chick wrote. Well, they also is not a very good writer either.
No.
I bet I could hammer out Krampus fan fiction way better, way faster, shorter.
It still worked and held true to its name. Max made sure of it when he would take it out every month and fire off some rounds.
God.
I know you
never... Sounds like marriage.
I know you never let anything happen to me, Laura replied after staring at the rifle for a minute. So then wrapped her thin arms around Max's bicep and kissed his cheek.
Oh yeah, dude definitely wrote this.
Come on, help me put this stuff away. Christmas night had finally arrived, and all of the children were climbing into their beds for the night. Laura and Max had settled down for dinner together with friends and family. Everyone they loved had shown up with gifts and food, and Laura had put on a beautiful red dress with a slit that went up mid-thigh. She looked absolutely stunning, and everyone complimented her dress. As the night went on, the alcohol was flowing, and everyone was telling stories and remembering childhood moments. Laura had started to feel uneasy for some reason. Hey babe, are you alright? Max pulled Laura away from the party and touched his hand to her forehead. Yeah, I'm okay. Just feeling uneasy, I guess. Maybe it's just too crowded there. Laura looked back at the glow from their cottage window as she pulled at the collar of her dress to breathe better. It's okay. We can hang outside for a bit. Max tried coming... Stop laughing.
No, I can't. This is dumb.
Max tried comforting her, not really knowing what to say. No, it's okay. You go ahead and head back in and entertain our guests. I think I'm going to run to the gas station down the road really quick and grab some more alcohol for everyone. Alone? No, I'll come with you. It's already really late and I don't want you driving alone, my love. Let me stop there. Any thoughts so far?
Oh God, fuck tons. Let's go check chat and see, because I know now both my sisters are watching. Both Amanda and Taylor were commenting. To clarify. Oh yeah, that makes sense.
Oh.
And also, just randomly heard semen. You are definitely your guys' sisters for god dang sure.
Okay, let me continue.
Oh, this is so good.
Let's see. Laura touched Max's cheek softly and looked deeply into his blue eyes. I'll be fine, Sweet Pea. I think a short drive will help a bit.
Sweet Pea?
And besides, you're having so much fun with everyone. It would be rude if we both just left our house with guests still inside.
Oh, God.
Max sighed and rested his forehead against hers. Fine, he finally said after a few moments. But be quick, okay? And drive slowly. There's ice on the road right now. Laura kissed his lips softly and held his cheeks in her small hands. What's with the thin arms and small hands? They want her to be dainty.
That's the whole point. That's what Amanda was saying or Taylor was saying. One of the two sisters was saying.
I'll be fine. See you in a bit. Max sighed and watched Laura slip the keys out of his pocket and twirl them around in her fingers. Watch out for Krampus then, huh? Max called out to Laura as she threw her hand up with dismissal as she walked towards their car. Max watched as she pulled away from the house and waited a few more minutes until he returned to the party inside. Laura made small talk with the clerk at the gas station counter. Man, this is long.
You gotta speak louder, though.
I'm speaking
more
pretty
emphatic.
Loud.
Speak loud and emphatic. Like you're passionate about it.
Do you want to read it?
No, I want you to be seething and, like, yearning for Krampus.
I'm trying.
You can blame Heather's sister because she came up with this idea of us doing this. And
no,
actually,
I came up with the idea.
But she said Krampus.
No,
the two of you are gross. That's all I'm saying.
No, I said let's look up Krampus fan fiction.
Well, she also suggested there was a thing. You guys are gross.
Laura made small talk with the clerk at the gas station counter as she bought a few boxes of alcohol for the party. She was relieved to get out of the house for a bit, just long enough to start feeling better. Laura still had a nagging feeling in the back of her head as she climbed into the car and started it up. Unfortunately for Laura, the dog had started to roll in with small... The dog?
Where'd you get a dog from?
The fog had started...
Oh, the fog.
The fog had started to roll in with small snowflakes starting to fall from the sky. Great, Laura whispered to herself as she started back down the road. I should have brought a jacket or something warm. I could have used Max's help to navigate too. Laura squinted as she entered the long stretch of road that led to her cottage. It was a gravel road and she took it decently slow as she kept an eye out for deer. That's when she spotted a bestial-looking figure in the fog.
That's a good word.
What the fuck is that? Laura whispered to herself as she got closer. Then, out of nowhere, the beast was in front of her car. Laura caught a glimpse of furry hooves and a horned beast with a goat-like face that seemed to be staring right at her. His nostrils flared and a large cloud of hot air escaped his nose. Laura jerked the car around him and spun out with a sudden maneuver. Once the car stopped spinning, Laura was now facing the opposite direction, and the beam of the headlights was focused right on the beast. Laura cleaned the fog from her glasses, and her eyes widened with a loud scream erupting from her throat. Shut up.
I'm sorry.
Walking towards her was a monster that stood 2 men high and had bulging muscles. It was dragging a heavy sack that looked bloody on the ground as it made its way to her. Laura's eyes instantly glanced downwards and saw the beast's heavy black sack containing 2 very large balls.
Oh my god.
Its cock looked semi-erect and resembled a horse's cock. Laura's green eyes moved side to side as she watched its pink and black cock sway left and right with each powerful stomp. Oh my god.
This is dumb as shit.
Wait, look at the comments.
The fuck?
I feel like I missed something. Is this a book? She asked. It's a fan fiction online.
She's reading. She's reading a Krampus fan fiction on Literotica. That's what she's doing. Oh god.
Okay, let me continue.
It's Krampus.
It's Krampus.
Wow, you like.
Well, it's probably how she said it. Fear struck her heart as she realized the children's stories were all true. Her friend really was taken by this monster, and that woman really was raped by Krampus. Laura wailed loudly as Krampus walked to the front of her car and put a heavy hoof on the hood, creating a large hoof-shaped dent. The car pushed down. Honestly, the description in this story isn't bad. The writing isn't bad, in my opinion.
Okay, can you not get moist next to me right now? We're doing a show.
I'm not.
Pervert.
Just reading it.
Weirdo.
The car pushed downwards with his weight, and Laura couldn't take her eyes off his balls. They were absolutely huge. They had to have been twice the size of a regular horse's sack. But looked eerily similar. Oh, this is so weird.
A regular horse's sack? How many sacks of horses has she looked at?
How does she know so well?
A dude wrote the story. Guarantee it.
Laura threw the car into reverse, and the tires squealed for a second before finally pulling free from Krampus's hoof. The car raced backwards before slamming into a tree. Laura was in pure terror as her foot continued to stomp on the gas, the wheels spinning in the dirt, and the car being pinned by the tree. Laura froze with fear as Krampus howled loudly and took off into a sprint towards her car. His sack and cock swung to the side as he ran at her.
What is happening right now?
Within seconds, Laura was pulling on the door with all of her might to keep it shut while Krampus gripped the door frame with his powerful hands. Her struggle was futile as the door was ripped from its hinges and tossed into the middle of the road. No, stay away from me, Laura cried out in fear as she tried crawling to the passenger seat. Krampus stuck his large hand inside of the car and grabbed Laura's red dress as well as her leg and began pulling her out. Laura struggled and kicked at the beast as her red dress began making tearing sounds. Of course, her dress is tearing off, right? As he used it as leverage to pull her free.
Did you just gargle? Wow,
I'm
this is
reading
getting you going.
I'm reading a lot,
You're
so
a
my mouth's
pervert.
dry.
Have a beer.
No.
Oh, you have to drive. Never mind.
I don't like beer. Fuck, Laura shouted out as her beautiful red dress ripped clean off her body, revealing her cute black lace bra and black lace thong. Okay.
Yeah, because she just wore that randomly.
Well, it's like snowing out.
Yeah, right?
Not wearing a jacket.
Yeah,
nothing.
Just wear a nice black dress. A guy wrote this fucking story for sure. Some douchebag dude that doesn't know how to write wrote this fucking shit.
Laura shuddered as she felt the cold night air kiss at her bare skin as she scrambled to the passenger side once again and kicked the door open. Krampus fell backwards onto his ass and looked at the torn dress in his hands before grunting and tossing it to the side.
Why would he fall backwards? He's 2 guys high.
He watched because he was trying to pull her out of the car, I guess.
Still, like, he's 2 dudes high. That's 2 of me tall.
He watched Laura's pale, petite figure sprint down the road, shouting and screaming for help. Krampus was done with games. His balls ached for release.
Oh my god.
And after his hearty meal he had just before running into Laura, he just needed serious relief.
What the fuck? What? This is a backstory? What is happening here?
Oh my god. He spent a whole year, every year, trapped in hell waiting for this single night that Lucifer let him free to wreak havoc on the human world. Krampus blinked his goat-like eyes as he stood up and took a deep breath, blowing the excess out of his flared nostrils, and he began charging at Laura. Her thin shape grew bigger as he gained on her without breaking a sweat. She was no match for his bestial strength and speed. His eyes focused on her plump and firm ass as he wrapped a single hand around her thin waist and hoisted her up into the air and slung her over his shoulder like a sack of potatoes.
Just like that, huh? Oh, there's gonna be a full excerpt of just you telling the story, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Being a
no.
horse, yeah.
Yeah.
Are we back to
the author does
semen?
back to Equine semen. We're getting there. Don't worry. I'm so confused. We're gonna do a whole segment of just you reading horror
This
erotica.
is kind of fun. I can't lie. It's kind of fun.
You are a pervert, so it's fine.
It's just fun. It's fun to make fun of them.
this is terrible writing.
Okay, so where was I? Oh, okay. Laura got the wind knocked out of her as she felt his warm, furry skin touch her smooth and pale body. Laura tried fighting, but his grip was too tight, and all she could do was shout for help and slam her tiny fists against his chest while kicking her legs around in the air.
Oh, man.
A lot of tiny and small.
I know, which is, yeah, I get it. Now I understand the disclaimer.
Yeah, I do too.
I feel like the dude that wrote this is like really into young girls.
Probably.
They're way too young.
Eventually, she resorted to just screaming so she could save her energy for later. Krampus paid no mind as he carried her deep into the forest towards an old cave. Laura watched as his huge bestial cock slapped against his thighs, seemingly hardening with each slap. As he anticipated using her for his release. Max, Laura cried out, "Save me, please." Half an hour had gone by, and Max hadn't seen Laura pull into the driveway yet. It was only a 15-minute drive to the gas station at the beginning of the main road.
Yeah, don't go to the Shell station by my house. There's a goat guy living there. It's going to be Krampusing you.
And a 15-minute drive back. Max started pacing, but waited as patiently as he could. After an hour, however, Max didn't wait any longer. Laura's parents had begun questioning where she was, and noticed Max fidgeting away from everyone as he kept calling her phone number and would grunt in frustration when she didn't answer. "Max, where's Laura? We haven't seen her in a bit," her parents asked. This started a trend in the party where everyone paused what they were doing and began walking to Max.
The parents just show up at the party?
I guess. Or they were there already. I don't know.
Who writes this shit?
I don't know. She's not answering her phone, hasn't responded to my text, and she's not back yet. She just went down the road to get some more drinks because she wasn't feeling too good, but she isn't back yet. You said that twice. Chatter erupted from the party, and someone had stopped the music, allowing Max to continue. "I'm going to take a car and go look for her. We could start at the gas station and work our way back." Blah, 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 blah. I have to read all this.
Yeah. No, you're reading all of it. We're finishing the story. No. No, we're doing this. This was your idea. We're doing this.
Okay. I'm gonna take a car and go look for her. We could start at the gas station. Oh yeah, I said that already. Max didn't even have to ask for help because everyone immediately volunteered. Her parents were already dialing the police to report her missing. Within a few minutes, the party had moved from the house to their cars, and they all followed as Max led them down the road. Max's heart sank when he saw their car rear-ended against a tree. Max sprinted from his car towards Laura's battered car, and he quickly dove through the missing door, calling her name out loud. Why the fuck?
Rear-ended against a tree? Who writes this bullshit?
Why the fuck?
Why the fuck?
Was it supposed to be what or why? One of the guests said as he saw the incident. I think they meant what.
I think he meant what. Yeah.
What the fuck? One of the guests said as he saw the indent of a hoof on the front of her car. Deer, maybe? Another spoke as Max looked around the car for any trace of his wife.
Why the fuck might work if it's a deer indent?
Why the
If
fuck?
it's a hoof print in the metal? Why or what? Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe they're trying to be more humanized. This is the dumbest writer I've ever heard anyone read ever. Yeah.
Max, over here, another party member shouted. Max sprinted over and was greeted with Laura's tattered red dress being held by the guest in both hands. Max's eyes welled with tears as he softly touched her dress. Someone go get me my fucking gun. I'm gonna look for her and kill whatever the fuck did this.
Just like that?
I mean, you'd probably do the same thing.
Let's jump to the conclusions. Let's assume there's a car wreck. There's a hoof on the car. Get my gun so I can kill whatever took this person. Blah, blah, blah. Not, hey, let's go make sure she's safe. Get my gun so I can kill things. This is even a human being that wrote the story. This is some silly people.
Let's continue. Now I'm interested. I want to see what happens.
I know. No, we're not. We're going through this slog together. Let's see what chat says.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's just my sisters talking still.
I think I was so confused at what I was watching.
Huh?
She had to put headphones in.
Just tell us me.
The whole last door is missing, yeah.
The whole last story was right? Like, what is going on with the story?
Laura grunted as she was tossed to the ground by Krampus, and she quickly backed into a corner of the cave as Krampus tossed the brown and bloodied sack into the corner. Laura held her hands over her privates.
Over her privates? Who the fuck?
Shielding her from the beast's gaze as he turned around and stared at her with a deathless gleam.
Oh my god.
The hair stood on the back of her neck as the beast looked her up and down, its leathery, wet tongue slipping out of its jaw and licking his lips with anticipation.
Is it like this?
Anyway, Laura glanced downwards and saw he was now fully erect, and her heart sank.
Oh my god.
His beast cock was twitching at the size of her arm. It was just as thick and what? It was just as thick, and his balls produced a thin strand of pre-cum as he stepped closer to her. No, get away from me, Laura shouted out. She began slapping and punching his hands away as he tries grabbing her again. In her struggle, she bumped against his horse cock again, and she felt the warmth come off of it as it bounced against her arm and cheek.
I feel like this dude wants to be Mr. Hands Jr.
Somebody's into horses.
Oh, yeah.
Ew, fuck, she cried out as she pushed it away from her, making it swing to the side. This only made Krampus grunt out and release another strand of pre-cum. I don't even like saying it.
Too late, you started it.
Laura managed to crawl under his massive stature and quickly sprinted to the other corner of the cave, which enraged the beast. Laura quickly put up her hands. Wait, okay, stop. Look, I'll help you. Just don't hurt me, okay? Please, I want to see my husband again. Krampus continued walking towards her, his heavy hooves stomping the cave, making it echo.
What's she going to help him with? I'm
until
confused.
Laura quickly unclamped her bra and let it fall to the ground. Krampus paused mid-step and tilted his head sideways, taking in her breasts. Laura froze and watched him as he tilted his head the other way, like a deer caught in headlights. Was he thrown off by what I just did? Maybe he's not used to it. Compliant woman, Laura thought to herself. Whatever the case was, she had his attention momentarily. You like what you see?
What the fuck?
Laura mumbled in a half-seductive, half-terrified voice. Half-seductive, half-terrified?
I'm mind perplexed. I'm just not.
I can't even think how to do that voice.
I don't want to know.
I don't know what that means. Krampus locked his bestial lips against... Krampus locked his bestial lips again as he stared at her perky C-cup breasts and hardened pink nipples that, at this point, could cut glass. She was cold, but she felt a warmth from her pussy as she regretfully began getting turned on by this turn of events. Man, you are having a hard time over here.
This difficult. This is hilarious.
Excessively describing his dick than just saying her privates is crazy. Yeah. It's so weird. C-cup trying to be realistic.
Right? C-cup my ass. Oh
Okay.
my god.
Look.
Reconvene.
Okay.
Reconvene. I love that my sisters are the ones that are watching this.
Right. Look, I'll help you come, but you let me leave, okay? Laura tried reasoning.
No.
He's having a really hard time with this.
This is the dumbest
Like
shit
he's
I've
making
ever
fart noise.
heard. Sorry.
Krampus huffed, his nostrils flaring and blowing out hot air as he waited for her to approach him. Laura took the sign and began walking up to the hulking beast. She stood eye level with his throbbing cock as she gently placed both of her hands against the base. She felt the warmth vibrate against her hands, and as she slid her hands forward, moving towards his swollen tip, she could feel the leathery touch and bulging veins of his cock. She felt wrong for touching it because it reminded her of the girls on the internet stroking horses' cocks on camera.
No!
And making them come everywhere. Ew.
Oh. Come on!
So the girl in the story watches horse porn. Got it.
Yeah. This is the guy that wrote this for sure.
Holy
There's no way a
shit.
chick wrote this. 100% a dude wrote this. 100%. Because chicks don't go, hey, I'm going to Google horse porn.
No.
That's hot.
No, we don't.
Let's just do that. I know, because for my cousin's bachelor party, I tried to find a donkey show.
Oh,
Guess what? Can't do that here. Turns out it's illegal.
This was no horse. However, this was an age-old, old monster from thousands of years ago. Oh my god, I'm having a hard time here. That instilled terror and stories about him. Her heart dealt heavy for those that were caught in his grip.
I'm trying, dude. I'm trying. This is your idea, not mine.
They were caught in his grip, and those were... and there... I can't even talk. And there was nothing she could do for his victims, but she could make it out of this alive if she played along. Damn, this is a long one.
You decided to do this.
They want a big horse. Let's do fuck a horse.
Oh god, right?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
Okay.
no, seriously, girls. Like, that's what's up. Those are Heather's younger sisters, by the way.
I know.
Oh, okay. Oh, you've met them. What are we talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah. Those are my little
No,
sisters.
you don't have to tell me. Laura choked back her pride and began slowly stroking the horse cock of Krampus as she stared down on her like, there's that horse word again. On her like nothing more than a good fuck.
Dude, this person is obsessed with horse sex. Equine,
Yeah.
fucking equine sperm, horse.
Obviously.
This person is into donkey shows and horse shows. This is a dude
Probably
that
a dude
has
that's into
watched
it, yeah.
some fucking deep web shit, who's a terrible writer but doesn't know what to do with his time,
Okay.
and it's Christmas, so he wants to write a nice family Christmas story.
Where was I? She rubbed his cock for a few minutes before realizing it wasn't working. At least he hasn't done anything to her at this point, so something must have been working. Laura dropped to her knees, so she was now eye level with this huge black leathery sack that had two massive watermelon-sized balls.
Watermelon-sized?
What? That's like this big.
Yeah! That's cancer!
How big is this guy?
Well, he's 2 humans tall, she said. So he's 2 of me at least. And I'm 6 foot tall.
That
so.
still seems really big.
Yeah, but that would be, I mean, like, Don't look at my junk.
I wasn't.
No,
I was
you were looking down for a second. Like, I'm abnormally large, but that's ridiculous. Like, I know mine are bigger than most, but that's fucking ridiculous.
Watermelon-sized balls floating around. She touched.
Hurt.
Yeah, she touched her slim fingers to his. Oh no, I can't say this. Oh my god.
Yes, you can. You're gonna do it. Nope, you started this. We're gonna go through it.
I don't want to.
Too bad.
That's so gross.
Don't care.
To his cum factories.
Cum factories.
Which I have never heard that until now.
That's the thing that
I've never heard that
was
saying.
your problem? Cum factories?
Yeah, it's weird.
That's the thing that you were like not wanting to say? That's the thing you didn't want to say.
It's weird.
But that's the thing you didn't want to say.
Yeah. And gave them a soft squeeze, which made his cocoa.
How did she lift them?
His cocoa.
His cocoa?
Look, his cocoa. I think they meant cock.
His cocoa twitch?
It's a misspelled.
I think it meant cock.
Yeah,
I think it
it's
meant
funny. His cock twitch and spurt out droplets of free cum that landed on her back.
How big are her hands? if it's small hands, and she's juggling those watermelon balls. Like, really, like, how?
Very tiny, apparently.
So,
I don't know.
she might be getting, like, part of one. She's not hand groping the entire thing.
I just want to get through this. It felt warm as it hit her, and she was thankful for the brief warmth from the cold cave. Laura began rubbing his balls around, trying to coax the cum free so she could leave already and run to Max and embrace him tightly while telling him how fucked this night had been for her. As she juggled the beast's balls, her mind raced to Max and where he was and if he was looking for her since she hadn't been back to the house in a while now. She had left her phone in the car and she desperately needed to contact him and find out some kind of advice to get out of the situation. Krampus quickly smacked her back into reality as he swung his hips to the left and then the right, making his large cock violently strike her against the cheek.
Oh no. Talk louder so you can hear. This was your idea. I'm making you do this because you decided this is a good idea. This is gonna be a new weekly segment. This is gonna be the new weekly segment is you reading like terrible fanfic porno shit.
Oh my god. I need to breathe for a second. Okay.
I told Heather what you were gonna be reading. She was laughing her fucking ass off.
I know you said.
It was so funny.
You told me. Fuck. Okay, I get it. I'm trying here. Laura cried out in frustration. She knew he was pent up with how much his cock was drooling, and she could feel the pressure in his balls.
Hold on. Drooling cock?
That's what it says.
What is a drooling cock?
Either she wasn't giving him enough pleasure, or he was good at holding it back. She swallowed her dignity. Shut up.
What, being nice?
It's cold out.
Well, I know that's why I handed it to you. Allergy season.
Either she wasn't giving him enough. Oh wait. She swallowed her dignity and stood back up, lifting his steel cock up in the air and giving it a long lick from the base to the tip. She was pleasantly surprised that it tasted like any other cock, just more musky.
More musky?
She felt a surge in his cock vein as she gave another long lick mixed with a stroke. Oh, so that worked then, huh?
No, that's not. That didn't say that.
It did.
Nuh-uh.
Laura did it again.
Oh, so that worked then, huh? Really?
Oh, so that worked then, huh?
Oh, God.
Laura did it again and then pulled his cock down towards her and took the tip into her mouth. She swirled her warm tongue against the tip and gave it a tug.
Oh, no.
With her other hand. What would Max think if he saw me like this, sucking off some monster in a cave, like some kind of slut? Laura thought to herself. She closed her eyes and tried to push that thought away. She was starting to lose herself to lust but she needed to remain
To
pure
lust.
for Max. Was she supposed to be a virgin?
Apparently.
She was his and only his, just as he was hers and always forever hers. Her eyes widened as she felt Krampus thrust forward, making his cock spear the back of her throat. Making her gag. It was working. He was getting there. He was getting there. She began sucking on his horse cock while working it on her hands, twisting and sliding her saliva across his huge shaft. She kept making herself gag so she could get more lubricant to stroke what she couldn't fit in her mouth. She'd never mentioned this to anyone ever. Her pussy aches for a cock and it tightened up with need. Without thinking, she reached down and touched her thong, feeling how soaked it had gotten. Her fingers trailed to touch her clit and masturbate. But she pulled her hand free and went back to rubbing his cock all over. Oh my god, there's more? There's a second page? No! I don't want to keep going. This is too much.
It's fucking hilarious.
Yeah, she said, yeah, because all sluts suck off monsters in caves, obviously. Right, that was such a weird word, like slut, like that.
Huh?
For her to say, oh, I don't want him to think I'm a slut. Like, what?
No, keep reading. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be. I'm gonna hide over here while I die.
Okay, it's not much longer.
Thank you, Jesus.
I need a sip of my coffee.
Huh?
My mouth's dry from reading.
I can't help it with that.
No, I will not give in to this monster. I have Max. I love Max. Max is my husband. Laura pep talked herself, trying to take her mind away from the slutty feelings she was getting from pleasuring a monster from hell. Krampus began grunting and his cock twitched harder as Laura did her best to suck and stroke his huge cock. They sure use cock a lot.
Yeah.
She even began rubbing his balls again while licking the base. Come on and come already. Stop holding it back. Laura was shocked when she felt a large twitch and then a surge of hot white cum gushing up through his cock and exploding all over the wall of the cave.
Well, who's on the wall of the cave?
And her back. What? I thought it was in her mouth.
Right? Wait, hold on. Now, strategically, that doesn't make sense. Logistically speaking.
Oh, no, she was sucking it. So that doesn't make sense.
Yeah, that doesn't make sense at all. How do you suddenly, just blow on her back?
Oh, I don't want to read this.
Okay, now I'm annoyed. Why? Oh, it gets worse, doesn't it? Let's check chat. Let's see.
Had to be written by a man. Yep.
Dude, it had to be, right? I'm not wrong. This is written by a dude that doesn't know anything about girls.
Definitely written by a man.
It was written by a dude that does not know anything about girls at all. It's fucking hilarious, though. And
this line is so cringy. I don't want to say it.
Oh yeah, and making Katie, who is one of the most quiet, soft people, read this out loud is fucking hilarious. So
if this was me 5 years ago, I wouldn't be doing this.
I'm quite aware, but
yeah, I would not be doing this.
The next line, let me finish so I don't spit my beer out, because this is gonna be, I know this is gonna be bad if you're that worried about it. There you go. I'm gonna look away because I don't know if I can look at you when you read this.
Yes, finally. Let it all out. God, I don't want to say this part.
Do it.
Fuck, that's a lot of cum. Laura kept rubbing his cock, coaxing as much cum out of his balls as she could, while he grunted and moaned out bestial noises. Laura watched his balls shrink and then grow with each wave of cum they released. She let go and stood back as it sprayed against her face and chest. Okay, so that makes more sense because she was apparently.
Why are we trying to break this down like some guy didn't know how to write?
Because the other part didn't make sense.
Well, none of it makes sense. Yeah. The writing's terrible.
Coating her in warm. Oh, I hate that word.
What?
Spunk.
Spunk?
I hate that word.
Coating her in warm spunk? Is that the word?
Yes.
Oh my god.
That smelt musky and salty.
Ew.
Let me go throw up now.
No, you gotta finish the story.
Laura used her arm to wipe her face clean while cussing. Fuck right in my damn eyes, you asshole. She called Krampus an asshole.
There's fucking no way a guy didn't write this.
Krampus sighed and breathed heavily as he stared at Laura, who was slowly backing away.
He sighed like, oh, thanks.
All right, you got yours, so now I'm leaving just like we agreed.
Oh,
Krampus snorted, and Laura saw his cock was still hard, if not harder than before.
No.
His balls sagged against his thighs as he stepped towards her. What? What? No, you came already. What are you? No, get your hands off me, Laura shouted as he gripped her smooth waist and pulled her towards him.
Oh, no.
With a single finger, he slipped it under her thong and ripped it free with ease, exposing her drooling pink pussy.
Drooling pink pussy? That is the worst descriptive term ever for a woman's vagina.
Drooling, yeah.
Like, I'm a dirty dude, and I'm kind of a chauvinist, but that's fucking gross. Like, that is not appropriate.
What? No, you can't. Please, it won't fit.
Some fucking neckbeard wearing a fedora.
Oh my god, it won't fit.
Oh god.
Laura tried screaming as Krampus picked her up into the air and slowly lowered her until the tip of his cum-covered cock kissed her smooth, hairless pussy. This is so bad.
You started this. I gotta go over here.
No! Oh god! Laura yelled out, but soon went into a moan and grunt as she felt the tip pierce her, oh my god, her sacred hole. and began forcing her walls apart. She felt her pussy squeeze down on his beast cock as it forced it open to make room for it. Her belly inflated, oh my god, and outlined his cock as he fully penetrated her. Her pussy lips kissed the thick ring around his cock, and he couldn't go any further without killing her. Oh my god. We have now 0 viewers.
Whoever wrote this is the dumbest people on the planet.
They both left our stream.
Oh, it was Amanda and Taylor.
Yeah.
They're sisters. This is the dumbest shit
I told you they
ever
left the stream.
wrote, ever. No, a stream also comes back and forth. You're still going. Oh, you're finishing the story.
Laura began drooling without even thinking as her body clenched down around his cock, making him snort and grunt as he felt her tight pussy grip his cock. Laura was thankful she was as wet as she was because it didn't hurt as much as she thought it would. She'd never felt so full in her life, and she could feel the warmth from his cock filling her insides. Krampus blew hot air out of his nostrils as he pulled her free before slamming her back down onto his cock like a cheap fleshlight.
Who the fuck writes this shit?
Laura went limp in his arms as he thrust it into her again, making her grunt and almost black out from pleasure. Each time he thrust it into her pussy, her stomach would twitch from his cock throbbing inside of her. I feel like this person has never had sex.
No, it's a neckbeard who has like a fucking fedora and shit.
This went on a few more times until he began picking up his pace, making her tits bounce up and down with each powerful animalistic thrust. Oh fuck, you're really... God, I can't do it. Oh fuck, you're really using me. Laura manages to grunt in between labored breaths. She watched as his huge black balls swung up and slapped her ass and lower back before slamming... Wait, what? Slamming back against his goat legs. That's weird. Making the sound of skin slapping skin echo through the cave. Laura? Laura! Laura's green eyes darted to the entrance of the cave where a beam of light entered the cave and shone right on her. Her pale white skin illuminated against the flashlight's beam as Max entered the cave, gun drawn and aimed at her and the beast fucking her. Max couldn't believe his eyes. Krampus was real and was raping his wife. His little Laura was being used as a fuck toy for the beast. No, don't shoot. You might hit me, Max. Laura tried covering herself up to reserve some kind of dignity while Krampus ignored what was happening, focused purely on his own pleasure and release. Max lowered the rifle a bit and stepped closer until Krampus looked over at him and let out a bellowing roar that made the hair stand up on his neck. My love, take the shot after he finishes. Please don't watch me. Look away. She said that. Laura blushed as she moaned against each thrust. Max couldn't help it and his cock... What? No way. No way is the husband getting turned on by this right now.
This is dumb shit.
This is so bad.
This is the dumbest shit ever.
What was the title? The title is Krampus Comes.
This is the dumbest shit ever.
I'm sending this shit to Emily.
You should, definitely. Man, like, this is the dumbest shit I've ever heard in my
really
life.
Crazy.
Hearing Katie read it's even better, though. It's so funny.
Max couldn't help it, and his cock hardened quickly at the sight, sound, and smell of cum and sex. Raw animalistic sex. His precious wife was being ravaged by a beast with a huge horse cock and giant balls. And he couldn't do anything but wait. Max, you found me. Laura grunted out as Krampus pulled his cock free and forced Laura onto the ground, pushing her tits into the floor of the cave and mounting her from behind. Like a wild animal. He then forced his cock back into her pussy, doggy style, and kept pushing her upper back into the ground as he began jackhammering into her cunt. God, is this almost done? Max aimed and took a shot, which landed in Krampus's thick arm, but did nothing to faze him. Krampus was determined to release everything he had stored inside of his balls into Laura's human pussy. His grunts became louder and more animal-like as his tongue hung out from the corner of his mouth, while Laura was being pounded from behind. She had come multiple times already, and lost count as his thick cum vein grinder against her. Wait, what? I don't know what that means.
Well, judging by the person that wrote it, they probably don't have very good English or intelligence.
Finally, a loud roar that filled the night air was released by Krampus as his balls tightened and shot up to their huge sack. Laura yelled out as she felt her belly expand with hot cum. It felt like a plug had been released and torrents of white cum spew inside of her and pushed out around his cock and down her thighs. The bottom of the cave became saturated in... I don't like that word.
Sperm.
Spunk.
Spunk.
and it dripped up her belly and onto her tits as each powerful wave was released inside of her.
That makes no sense.
Yeah.
That didn't even make sense, like, physically. Like.
Laura moaned out without thinking, "Oh God, yes, fill me with your fucking seed, you beast." Oh yeah, let it all out. A whole year's worth of cum finally released. Max frowned and took aim at Krampus once again, waiting for a clean shot. Krampus threw his head back and grunted as the last bit of cum left his balls. Laura felt his cock finally begin to soften and shrink. As it pulled free, she sat limp against the floor, used and abused, and filled with animal cum.
Animal cum?
Max watched...
This person's obsessed with fucking bestiality.
Yeah, this person's into bestiality.
Really into bestiality, for sure. This person needs a psychologist.
Max watched as Krampus's horse cock retreated back into its black leathery sheath, and his balls shrank significantly. "Hope you enjoyed it, motherfucker." Max spoke as he fired a bullet straight into Krampus's skull. What the hell? Krampus's head snapped backwards for a second before he returned to staring at Max and bellowing loudly. A black portal that swirled with unnatural power opened up and Krampus spat on the ground while grabbing the brown and bloody sack from the corner of the cave. He walked backwards into the portal, staring at both Max and Laura as they embraced one another. His balls finally empty and another long wait for the next year. Best fuck. Okay, this is the last sentence. Best fuck he ever had, and he definitely would be looking for her again next year.
God.
Wow.
Okay, so that was definitely a dude that wrote that shit. 100% a dude that wrote that shit. There's no way a chick wrote that. And it wasn't even an intelligent guy that wrote that.
Yeah, that was... Wow.
That was perplexingly bad.
Yeah.
Like, my brain hurts more from... It was... The only good part was that you were reading it and you're uncomfortable at reading stuff like that.
That
so
was, like...
so much better.
That was hard for me.
Not as hard as Krampus was for her.
Ew. Well,
pretty sure Krampus is like a murderer but not a rapey guy.
Well, we hit the 2-hour mark, so...
Yeah.
That's, I think, all I can handle tonight.
And the dick? I should have. I agree with you, Taylor.
You
should have.
Should we wrap it up?
Yeah. Alright, guys. We'll catch up with you later. We will be posting this on the YouTubes. Please follow us there. And then next week, again, Saturday, around 8, we'll be doing another show. So.
Hi, thanks for watching.
Your Vanishing Gates. Good night, and good nightmares. I'm gonna need you one too. Or the